Shout out to Alice Heron for sending me this as some breaking news that just came down as Eric Bledsoe has been arrested for a DV charge for allegedly slapping his girlfriend. Now, no one knows what led up to the fracas, but look, you cannot be doing that. All right? Whatever happened to walking away? Now, this comes hours after he signed with the Chinese Basketball Association Shanghai Sharks. And yeah, man, obviously Eric Bledsoe did not learn the lessons from Miles Bridges. Now, unlike Miles Bridges, in his case, this one is a misdemeanor from what the report said, right? But nevertheless, you don't put your hands on a woman, man. What the? I don't understand these guys, man. What do you get out of putting your hands on a woman? Whatever happened to walking away? If the situation's that bad, if someone got to drive you to that point, you don't need to be with that person. But to risk your career off of a bad decision, that's not the way to go. So Eric Bledsoe, once again, has been booked, and he has since bonded out for allegedly, and I do stress the word allegedly, slapping his girlfriend. So as we get more details into this matter, one detail that was reported by Team Z is a deleted Instagram post by the victim. Uh, Allegedly, the victim put up a picture of herself depicting the red mark or the injury, and she basically said that she chose to stay, and no relationship like that should be worth staying in. But nevertheless, Eric Bledsoe, that's not good. That's not a good look, man. That's not a good look, man. You can't be out here putting your hands on a woman, especially when you got a lot to lose. Especially when you got a lot to lose. If the situation that bad, if the situation that hot, you got to walk away. It might be difficult, but you got to walk away. You got to ignore it. You got to rise above all that shit. But you cannot put your hands on a woman. You cannot do that. If you're not actively defending yourself, because in my opinion, that's the only time you should put your hands on a woman. If you're actively defending yourself. But just because she said something that you didn't like, or something that might have rubbed you the wrong way, or whatever like that, that gives you the opportunity to put your hands on a woman. Now, look, in my estimation, this is the first time we heard about this, but this is not the first time it's happened. Okay? And with that woman saying she chose to stay and all that, that means he's been slapping her around before. This is not a first time occurrence. This might be the first time we heard about it, but this is not a first time occurrence. Also in that Instagram post, she was calling him a monster. So, look, nobody was checking for Eric Bledsoe before this incident, right? Because, let's be honest, Eric Bledsoe, as talented he was in the NBA, he's been a massive disappointment. But hours after signing with the CBA, the Chinese Basketball Association Shanghai Sharks, and you gets the slapping your girl around, like who does that? I mean, just highly unacceptable behavior. Now, this ain't just on Eric Bledsoe, right? Because it takes two, right? Because that woman should not be tolerating that type of behavior. No woman should tolerate a man putting their hands on her. No woman should tolerate that. Yeah, you might call yourself loving that person, but you can't love somebody to a fault, and love can't be so blind that you're subjecting yourself to abuse. If it's that bad, you leave that person alone. If it's that bad, and that goes for both sides of the equation, not just one, right? Both parties, because it takes two. One thing we got to stop doing is stop picking and choosing when we want to be adults. Can't sit up here and advocate for, hey man, we need to be adults about this situation, but you only pick and choose when that's applicable to protect some kind of, to have some form of protection or some kind of shield. No, Eric Bledsoe has no right putting his hands on that woman, just like that woman should have no right to sit up there and take that kind of abuse. Whatever happened to Rule 5 in elementary school? We all know about Rule 5 in elementary school. Keep your hands, feet, and objects to yourself. Whatever happened to that rule? Keep your hands, feet, and objects to yourself. So, look, whatever happened to Eric Bledsoe, hey, I ain't gonna lose no sleep over it because he brought this on himself. He brought this on himself. So, hey, whatever fate that's bestowed upon you, you brought this on yourself. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So we're just gonna let the story play out as we get more details. I'll pass along on the very platform. Once again, I give a salute to Alex Hayron for sending me this on my Facebook. And if you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button and share these videos on your social media platforms. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the Lions Den basketball community. Oh yeah, as far as this NBA career go, yeah, that's going down the toilet now. That's down the toilet. That's down the toilet. But then again, it was already down the toilet before this incident. It was already down the toilet before this incident. But this is the proverbial nail in the coffin as far as his NBA career go. Any comeback story? Yeah, any aspirations that Eric Bledsoe might be comeback player of the year? Yeah, that's going completely out the window now. So there's that. This your man. Scream at me. Oh!